In this video, we're going to learn about Spring MVC form validation. So what's the need for validation? Well, you may have a form and you may want to validate the fields to make sure you have required fields. You also may want to validate numbers in a given range. You may want to validate the format, for example, for a postal code, or you may want to add your own custom business rule for validation. Java has a standard bean validation API. It defines a metadata model and API for entity validation. Spring Boot and Timeleaf also support the bean validation API. The home page for the bean validation API is listed here on this slide. It has documentation, reference manual, and links to other resources. So the bean validation features, you can check to see if a field is required. You can validate a length. You can validate numbers, validate with regular expressions, custom validation, and so on. All right, so let's take a look at some validation annotations. And these are all fairly self-explanatory, but I'll go through them. At not null, make sure that the given value is not null. At min and at max, those basically apply to a number to make sure it falls within a given range. You also have at size to make sure that the value matches a given size as far as the number of characters or the number of digits. You can also apply regular expression patterns using at pattern. And then you have at future and at past. These apply to dates, so the date must be in the future or it must be in the past. And there are also some others. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our roadmap here as far as what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is set up our development environment. Then we'll write code to check for a required field. Next, we'll validate a number range with min and max. Next, we'll move forward and we'll apply regular expressions. And then we'll do custom validation. This is kind of like the big grand finale. We'll actually create our own custom validation rule along with our own custom Java annotation. Really great stuff. So stay tuned. We'll walk through each of these step by step in the following videos. So I'll see you there in the next video. Yo.